Rebonjour à tous, bienvenue sur la scène de l'Ultimate Supercar Garage pour la présentation dans quelques minutes d'une œuvre d'art automobile. C'est une voiture, l'Utopia Roadster, qui a été réalisée par Horacio Pagani. Vous le savez, c'est un orfèvre comme on en connaît. On se souvient des premiers tours de roue peut-être de la Zonda en 1999. Ben voilà, aujourd'hui, on a ce nouveau modèle encore plus spectaculaire et encore plus désirable.
Merci beaucoup, Géraldine. Some brands build machines, but very few really create emotions on wheels. And Pagani is one of them. From the moment the first Zonda really echoed across the tarmac in 1999, it was clear this is not just performance, it's poetry in carbon fiber. Founded by Horacio Pagani, a visionary who saw no boundary between engineering and art. The brand has really redefined what a hypercar can be.
So we have to
invite
exactly
now to the stage.
Nous avons effectivement à inviter sur la scène Sebastian Berridi, qui est le responsable presse et événements de la marque Pagani.
Please give him a warm welcome. Thank you. Sebastian.
Hello.
Great to have you. Please, you get to be close to your car. We had a dramatic entrance. We made it. It's a stunning car that you brought. But before we're going to talk about this Utopia Roadster, let's talk a little bit about the when, the where, the how did the entire Pagani story start?
Yes, so it all started back with a young kid from Casilda in the Andes region of Argentina that was dreaming by reading magazines called Automundo about these Modenese manufacturers. And he started making these little scale models in balsa wood and also made out of Nesquik cans that he would eventually one day present at the Paris Motor Show or the Geneva Motor Show. So he was always dreaming about his creations, right? So Horacio, when he was a young kid, he also discovered Leonardo da Vinci principles of combining art and science. And from his mother's side, who was an artist, so he had the artist side, and then the father had that science part because he was a baker, and he found in the automobile these two schools combined. And basically, Horacio moved to Italy with a luggage and 5 letters written by Juan Manuel Fangio, 5 recommendation letters, so with a very strong dream, and eventually worked for one of his dream companies, which was Lamborghini. He did all the R&D projects, the head of design with the Countach 25th anniversary, experience with new materials also, with composite materials, Kevlar, carbon fiber, and fiberglass in the 80s with the Countach Evoluzione R&D project, and that's where he sees the vision to apply aerospace components and motorsport components to road legal hypercars, and eventually founds his company Modena Design in '91, and then presents the Zonda in Geneva Motor Show of '99. So that's his background.
And it's an incredible, one-of-a-kind story. And where exactly does the art and science Da Vinci concept now, where can we see it in the Pagani cars?
So today, Pagani car is assembled from 10,000 components, and behind every component there is literally an artistic expression because it comes from the hands of our artisans who understand all the materials they use from aluminium, titanium, leather, carbon fiber. So there is that artistic approach, and then science approach is because in the hypercar segment, these are the standards of always bringing the technology of tomorrow available today. Think that in our cars, we always try to innovate new components. Today we have about 40 formulas of composite materials. So every year we try to announce a new composite material, so we bring the most performing materials on our cars. And today also Pagani has an R&D center that is called Art and Science Center. So our day-to-day task is to study, to research beauty, what is beautiful for us, for Horacio and his team, and also the engineering part, that mechanical components need also have to be extremely performant, but also extremely beautiful. Even though they are in some hidden places under the bonnet, we still believe that the Pagani customer looks at these details, mechanical details, right?
And every detail is beautiful. Now, I would love to hear a little bit about the birthplace of a Pagani, and you need to know that I'm one of the lucky guys that actually had a Christmas dinner with a Supercar Owners Circle. It was a magical experience. I get to see how beautiful and also how inspiring the birthplace of the Paganis are. Tell us a little bit about the process that happens.
Yes, so we are based in a small town near Modena called San Cesario sul Panaro. And like I just said, it was Horacio's dream to eventually move to the Motor Valley with brands, fantastic brands that have history for over 100 years. So there is that Modenese know-how of working in the supercar segment, right? We are 28 years old, but now what we see when we created Modena, when Horacio founded Modena Design, it was the first automotive company with a design studio in-house. So today there is a beautiful culture of having a design center. Lamborghini just had their 20-year anniversary, so there is now really a culture of design in Modena. There is a beautiful university called the Mooner, which is the Motor Valley University, so new generations now also can work on the vehicle dynamics. So Modena is, for many generations, they have that sports car in their DNA, and the future is also looking bright.
And that's right there in the heart of the Motor Valley. Now, when we talk about quality and standards, I know that Horacio is so passionate. Are there any standards that he will never compromise on?
Yes, so basically, like I said, we were inspired by the art and sign principle of Leonardo da Vinci. So we really believe of having the human-centric of the project. However, we believe in an artisanal product, but at industrial level, because now Pagani is going to make 130 units of the Utopia Roadster. So we have to make sure that the artisan working is also supported by quality control tools. For example, Pagani is also the first Modenese manufacturer that acquired the Toyota quality system. So we really believe by an artisanal, an artisan work, but supported by the highest quality standards. Think that for Utopia launch, we have 10 prototypes, and we reached 1.5 million kilometers of research and development.
Wow.
So we really go into the putting the car under stress in different weather conditions. We have driven in hot weather conditions like Dubai, or brought the car to the Bosch Center in Sweden. So we try to, before we enter production, so it's also important that when we present the car is also homologated. Today, Pagani reaches global certification for the Utopia Coupe and Roadster, which is very impressive because it's a V12 manual without hybrid assistance, and we pass the global certification without shortcuts, without exemptions for small-scale manufacturers. So this is thanks to the 20 years of experience that we matured in Pagani and having that vertical know-how, because we also have our own homologation team inside the company. We have our own vehicle dynamics department in the company. So having that vertical evolution, today Pagani reaches global certification in a short time also, which was quite impressive.
It is an impressive story, and the story only continues from there. I'm sure all of you know that it's not anymore just cars, right? You have actually expanded the horizon when it comes to the world of Pagani. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so in Pagani we have really a customer-centric approach also. Like in the Rinascimento and Renaissance period, these were commissioned projects, right? So we really believe in the dialogue with customers. And again, to come to that vertical know-how and internal know-how, we have customers that ask us to do the interiors of their private jets. So our manufacturing is also aviation certified, so which is much higher standards than the automotive. So it's very impressive that our manufacturing and our components are applied to these aviation projects. we also expanded into the interior design. So we have 2 penthouses in Miami, where the entire interior design is with the components and the designs from the hypercars brought to the daily environments of our customers. And now we even do the exterior design of the penthouse. So we are diversifying because we have those skilled artisans in our company today.
And you enjoy, as Leonardo da Vinci enjoyed many projects, so does, of course,
Exactly.
Pagani as well. Now, Pagani is also really strong in building a community. What is happening once you have actually, when you're one of the lucky ones that have managed to purchase a Pagani?
Yes, we are a very customer-centric brand because every year we meet up with our customers, not only in Modena to see how the car is being built, or when we have very special requests for design exchanges with our customers, but we have special events where we meet with more than 50 customers for a week's drive, the Raduno. We try to do it in every region. And then for our more adrenaline-seeking customers, we have Arte in Pista season track days. So it's the 5th season that we have a calendar of 5 events per year where we go on the most prestigious racetracks, and we literally exchange with the customers which racetracks they want to choose. So they always choose for, let's say, the more iconic, like Spa-Francorchamps or Monza, and we literally build that calendar together with them based on their requests. So we are also a very young brand. The average age is 35 at Pagani, so we believe that we must be dynamic with our customer, because Horacio says at the end is the customer that pays our salary and he's our work giver. So we truly believe in the experiential part, and then in the concept phase of projects. Now we have a division called Grandi Complicazioni. We have 2 cars from that division. It's the Zonda HP Barchetta and the Wyra Roadster HP. It's a division that is exchanging on a daily basis ideas and mechanical personalizations on bespoke chassis for making the dreams of our customers come true. It's called Grandi Complicazioni because it's inspired by the watchmaking industry, about these difficult movements. And think that, for example, for the last one-off of that division, we spent 2 years with the customers exchanging and manufacturing. So for the amount of effort put of understanding our customers' request goes very deep. Yeah.
It's always about the passion and the details that you put into the cars. Tell us a little bit about the lineup that you've brought here to Retromobile's the ultimate supercar garage.
Yes, basically with our lineup on the stand, we try to have a really storytelling at 360 degrees, because every project is very different from each other, from different divisions, different concepts. So we have a total of 4 cars. The first car is the Wyra R, is our prototype development car. Let's say that this is the 2nd generation of track car that we built. In 2009, we announced the Zonda R, and basically we always finish the production of a car as a track car only to use as laboratory for the next generation car. So we have now achieved 17,000 kilometers of testing on the Wyra R, and it's for us a laboratory for mechanical components. For example, the suspension architecture has been developed on Wyra R, put under stress on the racetrack, and then eventually brought back on Utopia Coupe and Roadster. And also for composite materials. So like I said, Horacio already experimented with composite materials 40 years now, so he has many formulas, and we always try to have the lightest and the most rigid possible for the next generation car, which have been developed on Wyra R and brought to Utopia. Then we also have a design laboratory at the end of the day, because the Wyra R, now we have the long tail version, the Revo Roadster is the evolution. It was a design laboratory for our latest few-off model, which was the Codalunga Speedster. So we also believe that design must be studied and matured over time. Also, my colleague, Alberto Piccolo, will join for the design talk tomorrow. So yeah, we believe in this laboratory approach for track-only cars. Then we have the two cars from the Grandi Complicazioni division, which I just slightly anticipated, to have that division exchanging design concept and design reviews with customers, sitting down with customers and hearing their dreams for one-off, few-off models. And then the last car is the Utopia Roadster. And just to close the topic, also we have one of the rarest Paganis, it's the Zonda HP Barchetta. So this is Horacio's dream Zonda. In 2016, for Horacio's birthday, he wanted to fully express his dream in a Zonda with the know-how from the Huayra period. So the Huayra technology applied then on a Zonda platform. And it's also a car that Horacio wanted to tribute to Juan Manuel Fangio, which is 300 SLR race car of Mille Miglia. That's why the open top Barchetta, the interior is like the Mercedes-Benz racing car from Fangio, the wooden steering wheel Nardi, worked by our artisans. So it's a tribute to that Mille Miglia race car of Juan Manuel Fangio.
A very, very special car that you brought here. Now, when it comes to right here, the Utopia, actually there's a very interesting partnership that you have brought here to also showcase from Pirelli.
Yes, so Pirelli is one of our major technical partners. We've been working with Pirelli since 2007 for the Zonda F period. And we started with the integration of the MIRS manufacturing system, which is also quite similar to how we process carbon fiber in our lamination department by hand, by the application of layers of the layup phase of carbon fiber. Utopia Roadster, I was saying that we had 1.5 million kilometers of testing, and we truly believe that the mission of hypercars is enhancing road safety. We have certain factors. We block our cars at 350 kph for safety reasons. We also believe that composite materials are there for the safety of the driver and the lightness and the behavior of the car. But to achieve global certification, we had to crash test 60 tests on Utopia.
Wow, 60?
60 tests, yeah. With one monocoque also, which is quite remarkable. And we passed the side pole crash test with ease. So it's a very studied safety. And we truly believe that hypercars must enhance the safety. And today, with the launch of the tires of CyberTyre technology, we believe that we are in a key moment in history where the driving aids can not react to dangers, but anticipate them. Because now Pirelli, we started the collaboration in 2016 on the CyberTyre technology, where the tires dialogue with the brain of the car. So I'm not going to explain how the ABS or ESP works, or traction control. I mean, the professionals know it. But now we can increase the margin because the tire basically can scan the external conditions. So the car perceives if it's driving on a wet surface, on an icy surface, on a high grip surface. And by dialoguing these information to the brain of the car can adapt our driving aids. So we have seen in the testing phase on the CyberTyre that cars now can brake about 2 meters before impact. So we increase that safety margin. And we truly hope that this technology one day is also going to be applied on road cars, because we genuinely believe in enhancing road safety. But Alejandro, the project manager of Pirelli West Europe, will join us.
Absolutely, he will join us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alejandro Racacen, the West Europe Managing Director from Pirelli. Round of applause, please. Welcome.
Thank you, Sébastien. Maybe on va peut-être voir une vidéo avant de parler de cette technologie CyberTyre, présentée par Alejandro Racacen, le directeur général de Pirelli West Europe. Alors Alejandro, pouvez-vous nous expliquer plus en détail en quoi consiste cette technologie CyberTyre?
Merci Géraldine. Tout d'abord, merci pour l'invitation à Pagani, à Sébastien. Donc, on est fiers et ravis d'être là, vous accompagner, vous introduire en expliquant un petit peu plus sur cette technologie, qui est un sujet protagoniste, je dirais, dans la démarche de recherche et développement aujourd'hui, dans le temps actuel, chez Pirelli. D'accord ? Donc, on parle d'une technologie, en fait, qui va rendre possible l'utilisation et l'exploitation de toutes les données que le pneumatique, étant le seul point de contact du véhicule sur la route, va pouvoir absorber et transmettre au cerveau, comme disait Sébastien, de véhicules comme Pagani. Donc, c'est ce qui rend particularité cette technologie particulière par rapport à d'autres capteurs, on va dire, qui existent sur le marché, c'est que, en fait, va être intégré complètement sur l'architecture électronique du véhicule, c'est-à-dire qu'à travers d'un dispositif qui est collé sur l'intérieur de la carcasse du pneumatique, va pouvoir aussi interagir avec l'unité de contrôle électronique du véhicule pour pouvoir rendre utile et disponible tout un tas d'informations qui vont rentrer à travers du pneumatique et pouvoir être exploité pour optimiser, maximiser des systèmes comme l'ABS, le ESP ou le contrôle de traction. Donc, tout ça, en fait, comme objectif, il y en a plusieurs opportunités et possibilités à développer. Donc, tout d'abord, la sécurité et l'expérience de conduite dans des modèles sportifs performance comme la Pagani Utopia, donc dans des situations particulières dans lesquelles le véhicule peut faire entrer des systèmes de sécurité assistés du style de aquaplaning ou des irrégularités de la route où la stabilité du véhicule peut être affectée. Le fait de rendre ces informations disponibles à travers d'un Bluetooth et des logiciels qui vont être tout à fait intégrés avec le système d'assistance électronique, la voiture va pouvoir réagir d'une façon beaucoup plus sécure, rapide et efficace. D'accord ? Donc, tout ça, c'est déjà un premier avantage. Mais évidemment, on explore tout un tas d'autres possibilités qui offrent cette opportunité d'avoir plein d'informations qui rentrent à travers du pneumatique et qui concernent l'état des routes, puisqu'on peut interagir avec d'autres véhicules et même avec les infrastructures. Donc, pour vous faire un exemple, aujourd'hui, Pirelli développe un programme avec le gouvernement régional du sud de l'Italie, justement pour cartographier les routes du sud de l'Italie et pouvoir comprendre où intervenir, avec quelle urgence, et donc mettre en place un système de, on va dire, entretien préventif beaucoup plus efficace que la manière dont on fait aujourd'hui. Donc, au final, c'est une façon aussi de concevoir la mobilité à futur. C'est une technologie, une première aujourd'hui, parce qu'elle est grâce aussi à une collaboration avec le groupe Bosch, qui est le best in class, on va dire, avec l'intégration électronique dans le secteur automobile. Nous sommes en train de nous intégrer avec des constructeurs prestigieux premium comme Pagani, n'est pas le seul, et on vise les années à venir et très prochainement à pouvoir l'élargir sur d'autres partenariats. Donc voilà, très rapidement, c'est un peu le significat de ces technologies CyberTyre.
Merci Alejandro. Et si vous voulez en savoir plus sur la technologie CyberTyre ainsi que la technologie P0E, on en parle demain matin avec Alejandro Recasens. Donc voilà, on aura le temps de développer plus en détail ce sujet.
Well, with this, we'd like to say thank you very much to Pagani and Pirelli for your wonderful partnership, for being with us. Thank you very much, Sebastian and Alejandro. Round of applause, please.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.